the basic 5 arrows, how data is moving from different locations to HDFS to Hive table, local to Hive table, within Hive table, table to table. Those concepts we are completing in our last class, right? With the practicals. So up to last class, yes friends, any queries to anyone, any practical queries? There is no queries. It's really good. Yeah, we'll move to the next concept. Right. I hope everyone is clear. Not a problem. In later classes also, if you do the practicals and that time if you have any queries, ask me. I will clarify all your doubts. Now, moving to the today's concept. Yes. In our last class only, at the time of this types of data, the arrows practicing, it cup yeah different types of data like comma delimiter data, how to cleaning and loading, text format data, comma delimiter data, how to cleaning and loading, tab delimiter data, how to cleaning and loading. This type of data we are successfully completing, cleaning and loading into our Hive tables. Okay. Now let's see today different types of data. For example, I have multi delimiter data. Multi delimiter data. How to clean multi delimiter data into table format? For example, let's see these data types. Different types of data types is there now. I have a multiple delimiters in my local file system. How to clean this type of data? Yes, we know we have single delimiter. Yes, if you have single delimiter by the help of row format, at the time of table creation, we are using this command by comma or space, whatever it is. We are cleaning the table and loading into Hive table. But what about multiple delimiters? How to clean these multiple delimiters? In my local file system, maybe sometimes if I am importing data, that time data is there multiple delimiters. I want to load those data into Hive table because I want to generate some reports. Before generating reports, I want to clean them. I want to clean it after I'm loading into table. Then only possible to generating the reports doing any queries. How to clean those type of data? Yes, especially for this type of data in our Hive, inbuilt some functions are available. First, I'm logging into Hive. Hive enter. Parallelly, I want to create a file. I want to do the practice means I want to create a file, right? I want to create a data. How can I create a data? I already shared this documentation. Use this documentation, copy paste it. Otherwise, vi multi data, create a file like this. Enter. I have already records are available. If you want to add extra records, add it. If you want to save it, save it. This is my file. WQ save. Yes, this is my file cat multi data. Now this data I want to clean in and I want to load into HDFS table, Hive table. Yes, especially this type of data in our Hive, inbuilt functions are available. What functions are available? How to see those functions? What is the command to see the functions? Inbuilt functions. Yes, the command to see the inbuilt functions in Hive is show functions. In future classes, we are going to work on it our own functions also. But right now, these all are inbuilt functions only. Yes, these all are inbuilt functions. By using here, different inbuilt functions are available. Different types of data. Now I want to cleaning multiple delims data. Yes, those multiple delims data, especially substring is available. This substring helps to cleaning multiple delims data. What do you mean by substring function? I got the question here. What is the function to clean the Hive screen? Hive screen, yes. There is no function to cleaning Hive screen. It's not possible to screen. If you want to clean it, fit the Hive, clean the terminal, again relog in. That's it only possible. Okay. Now this is the function helps to a substring function. Yes, this is the function helps to cleaning this type of multiple DLMs data. So what exactly this function doing? What is substring function? What is substring function? I want to know the functionalities of the function. I want to know the functionalities of the function. Generally, we know substring in our Java or SQL also it's available. Specified positions, what we are mentioned, it extracting that path only. Similarly, same here also. But I want to see describe function, function name, enter. Yes, this is a function. Substring, str, positions, length. What is the positions? What is the length we are mentioned? What is the positions? What is the length we are mentioned? Return the substring of str, that position, that data. What is the data position we are mentioned? Simply return that value. This is the functionalities of the substring. Okay. Now coming to the our documentation. So okay, function is ready. How to clean this data? How to clean this data? Yes, in our Hadoop, in our Hive, we have 4-step strategy is there. 4-step strategy is there to cleaning this type of data. What do you mean by 4-step strategy? Yes. Yesterday, if we have single delimited data, simple 2 tables only we are creating. 2 tables only. First create 2 steps only. Create table name, then row formatted delimited. That is a command. After that, simply load data, loading command. Simply 2 steps. We are cleaning single delimited data. But now, right now, multiple delimited data. That multiple delimited data by using substring function, Hive function. By using this Hive function, we are cleaning. Right. So this is a 4 steps strategy is there. What is the 4-step strategy is? First, step 1, create a table. Create a single column table. Must and should the first column data type is string. Create a single column table. Must and should first column data type is string. Step 2, load whatever data is there. Load data into the single column table. So what happened? Data as it is loading into single column table. Data as it is loading into single column table. Step 2. Step 3. Now the step 3, create a structured table now. What are the table we are creating in step 3? That table is the final structured table. After that, step 4, override the data from step 1 table to step 3 table. Fourth step is similar like our yesterday's arrows, fifth arrow. What is fifth arrow? Table to table data copying. Same thing we are doing step 4. By using Hive function we are doing. Step 2, simply our third arrow or fourth arrow. What is third arrow, fourth arrow? Loading data into Hive table. Simply same thing we are doing in step 2 also. Only thing is here, step 1, create a single column table. Must and should take the data type as a string. Must and should take the data type as a string only. What happen if I take the data type as an integer? See the practical, you get the clarity. Then I ask the question. So okay, right now this is my data, cat multi-data. This is my data. Yes, it will load nulls. Yes, Himanshu, great. Yes, this is my data, multiple DLMs data. I am logging into Hive. I am going to create a table. Before that one, if you want to use any database, use the database. If you're not using any database, all tables are created default database only. Okay, my default database already I have number of tables are available. That's why what I'm doing is I'm using any table, some tables, some databases. Show databases. Yeah, these are the databases are available in our Hive. I'm using yesterday we are creating one database. What database yesterday we're creating? Anything is fine. Krishna DB2. Okay. Use Krishna DB2. Enter. What happened? Does not exist. KRI. Okay, Krish, not Krishna. Enter. We're entering the database. Show tables. Just for before creating tables. Just what tables are okay. 4 tables, 5 tables. Fine. Now, coming to our 4-step strategy. Now, I want to step 1. I want to create a single column table. Okay. Create table. Table name. Any table is fine. For example, substring na. Okay. Multiple delimit na. Okay. Subtab, some table name. I'm taking that name is subtab. Call one string. That's it. Not required any delimiters, not required anything. Simply call one tab. Enter. Table is ready. Table is created. Now I want to load this data. I want to load this data into my table. How can I load? What is the syntax? Where data is available? Data available right now? PWD. Yes, my by default location, local file. So third arrow. I told the arrows is important. Third arrow now. What is the syntax of third arrow? Load data, local in path, local file name. What is the local file name? I'm creating local file name is multi-data. Into table name, subtab, enter. Data loading successfully completed. Data loading successfully completed. I want to see it. Select star from subtab, enter. A single column and the column data is null. Sorry, the column data is string. That's what data is loading. What happen if I'm taking a, for example, create table name is subtab 1, call 1 integer, column 2 string, column 3 integer, loading nulls. Remember yesterday, very much first time I told third arrow time. Integer column, 3 tables I created. Third arrow example. I hope everyone is remembered. Right. Same technique now. That's why first column must and should string only. Okay. Okay. Now 2 steps completed. Third step. Our 4-step strategy. 2 steps completed. Third step. What is third step? Create a table, structured table. This is the final table. What do you mean by structured table? Structured table means in our input data, how many columns is there? 3 columns is there. For example, my client asking, Krishna, give me a report. Like, yes, how many employees? Yeah, what is employee IDs and what is the salaries? He's asking. Not required the middle column. Not required middle column. For example, my client asking, Krishna, can you please give me like employee names and their salaries? He's asking. Not required first column. So real time, like this, data is there. So if you want a specified columns, create a table specified columns. If you want a complete table, 3 columns if you want to required. Maybe right now, this is the syntax, this is the report. In some other time, some other report I want to generate. Some other time I want to generate some other reports. I don't know, right? So if you want to create all the structure table, create a table 3 columns also. Depends on the requirement. Okay. So create table name sub tab, again sub tab 2, 3 columns. For example, employee ID integer. If you want to take employee name, take string. I don't want salary, not a problem, not take it. Enter. Table is created. 2 columns only is there. Step 3 also completed. Step 4. Step 4. What is step 4? Copy the data from one table to another table. Copy data from one table to another table. According to our 5th arrow. What is 5th arrow? Yes, I have the data is there. From subtab, this is the data under column 1. Describe subtab, call1 string. So under this table, under this column, this data is available. This data I want to place into these two columns. First line I want to place into employee ID. All second line I want to place into e-name. How can I? What is the fifth arrow? Insert, overwrite table, table name, subtab to. Nothing I'm discussing new. Everything is we already discussed yesterday. Just small change. That's it. Subtab to select. Yesterday I mentioned column names, but column names now not allowing because the data is a different delimiters. Use substring now. Substring function name call1 comma. I want 101, 104, 101 into my first column. So 1 starts from first position up to 3 fields. Length is 3 fields. Comma. Again substring call1 comma. I want ABC the names. A starts from 5th position up to 3 characters. And I don't want a salary, so from subtab. Yes, this is the query. Tell me, what do you mean by call1 here? Anyone, please. The call1 is, if I submit a query, what happened? Immediately my cursor first going to subtab. In after that, my cursor again going to call1. If the call1 is available, yes, my column name is call1. It's taking. After that, checking the positions, my substring, checking the positions, the path, the length, first to 3 fields. Okay, first to 3 fields is taking, copying and pasting into my table. And the second one, substring call1, again it's checking call1 is available. Yes, available. Checking the path, the length, 5,3 fields. Okay, 5,3 is this one only. These all are fixed positions. So taking that one, placing into here only. What happened if I mention call2 here instead of call1? Simply it will load nulls only. Nulls reading because my substring not finding call2 in subtab table. Not finding call2 in subtab table. That's why we want to mention call1 only. And
Sir, could you repeat the call to 5 and 3? Which one does it represent? I was just a little confused.
can you please repeat your question? Call2?
Like you said, substring call to, comma 5, comma 3. If it's column 2, won't it be the column name, string, everything, and then it will check the letters? I was just confused.
I will tell you clearly. Yeah, not a problem. I will repeat. Wait for completing the process. Yes, if I submit the process, what happened? My MapReduce work is started. Internally, MapReduce work is launching. Yes, exactly what happened. First, understand this query processing. If I submit a query, immediately my cursor going to subtab this table. Where this table is available? This table is available here. Just going to this position. Now, under it checking according to our query, what we are mentioned? Column 1, column 1, 2 substrings. So it's checking call1 are available or not. Yes, it's available. Under call1, the data is there or not? Data is there. Copying, pasting into our table. Account the length, how many length we are mentioned? That length we are copying, pasting into our table. Again, second one also, call2 is available, call1 is available or not? It's available. Going and the length is there. Yes, the length. What length we are mentioned? That length copying and pasting into our table. So inside substring, what we are mentioned, according to that, our data copying and pasting. Let's see, select star from subtab 2. Subtab 2 is our next table, right? Enter. Data is neatly cleaned. All first length is coming in the first line, second field is coming in the second line. Okay, just for your clarity, I am creating one more table. Create table subtab 3. Enter. Now insert overwrite table name subtab 3. Third arrow again, the fifth arrow again repeating. Yeah, account our steps. Fourth step. I am repeating again. Subtab 3. Select substring. Here I mention call 1. Here I mention call 2. What happened? From subtab only. Okay, enter. Yes, there is no column reference call to. Column 2 is not available subtab. Describe subtab. Enter. Only one column only is there. Okay, so simply, simple example. I want to send a post to my friend. I want to send a post. What I'm doing, I want to mention clearly address. What is the flat number? What is the flat number? Apartment number, apartment name, street, address, city, everything I want to mention. Similarly, I mentioned clearly, I want to copy this data into my table. So I clearly mentioned the data is there, column 1, under column 1, this is the length, and the column 1 available, this table. Clearly I mentioned the address. Then only substring going and taking the data. Clear? Let's see the another example. Same procedure, you get the clarity. XML data. This is a multiple delimiter data. Okay, friends, before going to the next concept, here only I have another question. Yes, my question is, yes, right now the data is a fixed positions. Fixed positions, that's why substring is working. But for example, my data is there 105054. Name also, sometimes, for example, XYZ instead of XYZ, something like more than 3 characters. Some Mohan. Second thing, some Suresh, Suri, 4 characters. What happened? Not a problem. Even though data is, this is the length only. This is the first 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the complete length of this characters. Each and every line length is there. But my substring is working accordingly. What length it is there? First 3 characters only taking. Then 52 up to 3 characters only taking. So if you have the fixed positions, multiple delimiters, follow this technique. If we have multiple delimiters, multiple positions, data is not a fixed positions. That time we are doing some other approach to cleaning the technique. So data cleaning depends on the data. Remember, important point. Data cleaning depends on the data. Our changes. Data cleaning depends on the data. Our techniques are changes. Clear? Okay. Let's see. Now you get the clarity after this type of data. Yeah. For example, I have XML data. Previously substring multiple delimiters, but now I have XML data. First of all, let's see what is XML data. I hope everyone knows XML data. If you not knows also, if you don't know also, see the data types. Here 3 columns is there. REC is the root node. REC is the end node. In the middle 3 columns is the name, gender, name, age, gender. 3 columns is there. The 3 is the childs of REC. Confirm me, everyone knows XML, right? If you not knows, see the data carefully. XML coming like this only. This is the start node, starting node, REC, parent node, and this is the parent node ending here. In the middle, three childs is there: name, age, gender. These three are the childs of REC node. Okay, how to load? How to load this data? How to clean this data into structure format? Before doing the practice, create a file is important. Creating file is important. How to create a file? Take my data example, or else you do the googling. Take the some sample data, loading into your Hive table also. Right. So I am creating a file in my local file system. Again, go to the VI or gedit. Anything is fine. Give me one name, XML data. Create a file. Before doing any practice, data is important. If you have the data, then only possible to practice. Right. So enter. Yes, I have already 4 records are available. I am using the 4 records only. Right. VA XML data. So I want to see the data. Cat XML data. This is my data. I want to clean this data. How can I clean? Yes. For this XML data also, we have specially some functions are available. Special functions are available in a Hive to cleaning especially this XML data only. What functions? Show functions. Enter. See XPath, XPath boolean. Yes, these are the XPath is the functions. XPath are the functions especially to cleaning XML data. XPath is a function to cleaning XML data. Okay, what do you mean by XPath? Wait, we will see. But same 4-step strategy only again. XPath, XPath string like this is a number of is there. By using those functions, we are cleaning this XML data with this 4-step strategy only. First, create a single column table. Load data completely into single column table. After that, first create single column table, load completely into single column table, then create a structure table here again. What do you mean by structure table here again? Yes, right now I have 3 childs is there: name, age, gender. The 3 columns are required. Create a table. If you want 2 columns, 2 columns only. Real time maybe we have 50 columns, 160 columns, 100 columns is there. If you want all the columns, create a table all the columns in step 3. And step 4, override the data from step 1 table to step 3 table by using Hive functions. That's it. Similar only, almost similar. Okay. So before going to the practical, let's see the functionalities. What function? Yes, these are the number of functions are available. What do you mean by XPath? Anyone knows. Even we have the is there in Java, XPath is there. SQL also we have the XPath functions are available. Can anyone? Okay, I don't know. I don't know XPath. I want to see it. Describe. Function name XPath. Enter. Yes, simply XPath, XML, XPath, returns a string array of values within XML nodes. Then the match the XPath expression. That means what are the paths we are mentioned. Similarly, today just we are described like a function substring. What we are doing here, mention column name here and positions here in substring time. Similarly here also column name and the path, which path I want, that path. Simply this XPath returns XML value, returns as a text format. And substring, for example, XPath to substring. We have number of is there, XPath, boolean, double, float, long, number, short, string. Similarly XPath to string. Enter. Not substring, only string. XPath to string. Yes, it similarly same. What are the positions were mentioned? That positions return text. It returns the XML value as a text format and previously array format. And if I go ahead with the integer, simply returns integer format. That's it. If I go with the double format, does not exist. 1 second. Yeah, double spell mistake. Returns a double value. That is the syntax. Now you tell me, friends, step by step, how to clean an XML data. Yes, my file is clear cat XML data. This is the file, is their local file system. Yes, please go ahead. Create table name, tell me one call,
List
what call,
data type.
anything is fine. For example, call 1 string, column 2 integer. Not required, just for your clarity I'm taking. Semicolon, enter. Okay, and I'm loading data into this table XML tab where data is available. Data available here. Now tell me, friends, what is the command to loading? You can type here also. Yes, similar like a third arrow. Loading from local to Hive table. Syntax is, yes, refer to the syntax. Starting, I agree. The starting is a little bit difficult to syntax, but later you can refer it. Load data, local in path, local file name. What is the local file name? XML data. Into table name. XML tab. Enter. Yes. Data loading successfully. I want to check it data loading or not. Select store from, what is the table name? XML tab. Enter. See, data loading and the second column is nulls. That's why I am saying not required to take it. But anyway, you're taking describe. See the schema XML tab. Two columns are available. Column 1, column 2. So 2 steps completed. Step 3. What is step 3? Step 3 means cleaning technique. Step 3. Create a structure table, required columns. So create table table name, for example, XML tab 2. Now take meaningful names now. For example, name now. So e name, employee name, string, employee age, age or age, anything is fine. Integer and the gender, string, meaningful names I'm taking. If I don't want age, gender, remove it. I don't want age, not required to take. Why I'm taking these three only? Because my XML data, these three are only the childs. These three only the childs. That's why I'm taking. Enter. Table is created. Now I want to take this all names and pasting into here. Age pasting into here. All genders pasting into here. How can I? Yes, step 4. By using Hive functions, we are going to overwrite it. Similar like our fifth arrow. What is fifth arrow? Insert overwrite, right? Similarly, same thing. Insert overwrite table name XML underscore tab 2 select. Yes, tell me friends. Tell me the XPath string. This is the function we are taking. XPath string. Now you tell me what I want to do. Anyone? I want.
First, we give the name of the XML.
Sorry, pardon?
Uh,
Yeah, please go ahead.
we give the name of the XML, like XML,
Yes.
the column name.
First of all, yes, the column name. What is the table? This is the table. In this table, two columns is there. Which column name we want to give here? Col1.
The column 1.
Yes, because column 1 only data is there. Great. Next.
And then forward slash.
Great. Forward slash.
Rec, REC.
REC. The single quotes general we are giving. REC forward slash name.
Name.
Exactly. This is
okay. It starts with
the single quotes. That's it. Comma. Now yes, age no. So again same thing. XPath string col1 REC age. Case sensitive, give me the same name. If you give the different names, for example, capital A, if you're giving null loading. XPath string col1 comma REC and the here 6 is there. That's 6 from XML tab. Enter. So this is the complete query. What happened if I'm take call to? Yes, previously throwing an error, but now there is no error, just simply null loading now because call to existing. That's why null is loading. Okay, enter. So if I press the enter, map routing started. Right, see, process completed. I want to see the data. Select store from XML tab to enter. Data is properly loaded now. First column, second column data is completely loaded clearly. So what running behind the query, fifth query? See, first we have 4 steps is there. In this process, 4 steps is there. First 3 steps, there is no MapReducing, but only 4th step MapReduce is running. Why? Important process, important query again. For example, select star from XML tab 2, there is no MapReducing. Describe XML tab 2, there is no MapReducing. But select age, comma, gender from XML tab 2, enter. Again MapReducing running. So my question is, in our Hadoop, behind every Hive query, MapReduce work is running, the process is running. Simply say yes or no. Yes.
Yes.
Simply yes. Every Hive query, there is no MapReduce running. There is no MapReduce. Whenever you try to buffer the data is there HDFS. Where this Hive tables data is available HDFS. So whenever try to read the data, buffer the data, simple read, there is no MapReduce. Simple read, there is no MapReduce. Select star from, there is no MapReducing. But select column names from table name, MapReduce running. So what is the data available HDFS? Those data, if you try to buffering, if you try to massaging, that time only MapReduce work is running. Simple read, there is no MapReducing. Remember, interview time helpful, this type of. Okay, that's why first yeah, simple select to start from, there is no MapReducing. This one is MapReducing. Okay, so now data is converting into structure format. After conversion, what we are going to do generally? Data once cleaning completed, we want to give the reports. We want to generate the reports. What type of reports we are going to generate? Depends on the data, we are going to generate different type of reports. Depends on the data, we are going to generate different type of reports. So okay, before going to the generating reports, let's see some more basic concepts. Basic concept. Yes. In our Hive, we have one of the concept is the scripting concept. I hope everything is clear, right? Can I move to the next concept? Right? No doubts. Okay. Clear everything. Now the next concept is, in our Hive, we have the scripts is there. Scripting concept is there. What do you mean by script? What do you mean by script? A collection of queries. A collection of queries we call a script. As of now, we are running queries one by one in our Hive terminal. We are logging into the Hive terminal, we are running one by one queries. But in the real time, same requirement. For example, same XML data only, I want to clean it. I want to run the 4 queries. We are running one by one in our real operation environment. We are not running one by one. We are creating a script. The script will taking care. The script will taking care running the queries. So what do you mean by script? A collection of queries. How to create a, first of all, what do you mean by collection of queries is fine. How to create a script? The script is similar like a notepad only. How to create notepad on test file? By using gedit or vi. By using gedit command or vi command, we are creating a script. So gedit, for example, some name hivesc dot hql, give it, not a problem. If you not give it, not a problem. There is no rule. If you want to give it, it's fine. If you not give it, also not a problem. But my suggestion, give me extensions. It will be helpful, because in future classes, in production environment also, different scripts are created. Hive scripts, in future pig scripts, some are shell scripts. If you want difference, go ahead with the extension HQL. I want to go ahead with some Krishna.Kris. No problem. Go ahead. I don't want extension. also not a problem. Okay, but generally go ahead with extension .hql, standard one. Okay, okay. Now enter. I'm not giving any extension because I already created some scripts without any extension long back. I'm using same scripts. Enter j8 hive sc. Yes, here I already created few tables. Set hive cli dot printed header equal to true. Select star from table name. Describe. Select star from Indu tab 2. Already tab 2. Indu tab 2 is table is created. Already is there. EMP3 table already is there. Directly I'm using those tables only. So how many queries is there here? First one is a header query. Second one is select query. Describe. Almost like a 5 queries. I have 5 queries I want to run at a time only. 5 queries I want to run at a time only. How can I run these 5 queries at a time? Yes, script is ready. Script like a notepad. I want to run the script. How can I? Yes. The command to run Hive script is hive -f script name hive sc. No single quotes. Hive -f script name. If there is any extension, give me extension. No extension, not a problem. Enter. That's it. What happened? All queries. What are the queries is there? What are the queries is there in the notepad? Those queries are running one by one sequentially. Those queries are running one by one sequentially. See, yeah. In production environment, we are doing scripts only. We are not doing any single queries. For example, I want to implement a project. Okay, so complete framework I want to implement. That time we go ahead with the scripts only. There is no single queries. Completely scripts only. So see some basic points regarding scripts. For example, yeah, here these are all queries. If any error is there in the script, again I'm opening script. If any error is there, for example, yes, I'm giving some intention error here. I'm missing semicolon here, and I'm missing. Okay, some intention error. I'm missing star. I'm not specifying anything. Syntactical error. Save it. Close it. What happened? What happened? 1 second. Hive -f. Everything is common, but the query is yes. I'm sure this query is not running, but describe in the tab 2 is running. First queries are running, not a problem. Header is running, select start from EMP3 is running, describe EMP3 is running. But here some problem is there. Okay, this one is not running, but this one is running. Describe in the tab 2 is running. Just guess, not a problem. Right or wrong? Generally, yes, not running. Yes, because what are the conditions of the shell script? In Unix, we have shell script commands is there. What are the conditions of the shell script? All conditions are applicable Hive also. In future, Pig also. If any error is there, script will be terminated abnormally here only. Before queries are running properly. Same condition. What is the main advantage of the script? What is the main advantage of the script? You can easily edit the queries. You can easily edit the queries, and you can easily run the queries also at a time only. error is there. There is no star near, something like there is no any specified column names, anything, particular table. That is error. Okay. Now, I already shared some scripts in material. See, I created couple of scripts is there. Practice script examples, Hive scripts. I already shared this notepad. Go to this notepad in your receiving Hive material. These notepads are available. Today, just now we're completing XML script, right? See that XML queries, all queries also available here only. Create table, load data, select star from table name, create table, insert overwrite, select star from, everything in one table, one file. This is called a script example. Okay. Now, just for your clarity, the concepts, one more concept. See friends, what is this data? Understanding data is important before doing any work. If you go on starting the work, before that one, understanding is important. So what is this data? Can you anyone explain this data, nested XML? What exactly nested XML? XML, yes, we know like this, but in the real time, we generating this type of data also, nested XML also. REC, root node is common, start node, end node. Inside root node, 3 childs is there. Name, age, the gender, 3 childs is common again. But only difference is, yes, age and that gender, these two are the childs of properties. Previously, XML data, age, gender, name, both 3 are childs of REC. But nested XML, nested means inside one, grand and child parents, parent grandparent relation. Age, gender, these two are the childs of properties, and properties is the childs of REC, and name is the direct child of REC. Right? Is it clear? If you have the data is the nested XML data like this, how to clean this type of data? Convert this data into table format. Yes, what I'm trying to say, first understanding the data. See, read it, read the first line, compare previous line and this line. This line and the first line, XML data. So, yes, here just I'm explaining the data. This is the nested XML data, previously XML data. So I want to clean this data. So here properties is a one extra column is there, one extra node is there. Inside these properties, those two columns are available. Inside these properties, those two columns are available. So I want to clean this data. I want to convert this data into structure format. Yeah, how? How can I convert into structure format this data? Nothing changes. Same 4-step strategy only. Again, same 4 steps: create table, single column table, load the data, create a structure table. How many columns we are taking here? 3 columns only. Name, age, gender only. And override the function one table to another table. Same syntax. Only difference is yes. See this one. First, create a table, loading data, select a table, create 3 columns, insert override table name, select XPath string, column name, REC name. Up to now is common. Only difference is XPath string, call1, REC properties age. We're giving the extra path here, extra name. I want to send a one courier. I want to mention clear address, right? Similarly, my XPath string also want to go and pick the data. Where the data is available, I want to tell to clearly to XPath string. Yes, the age is available under properties. Properties are available under REC. Go and pick the data. The REC available under call. Call is available under this table. I'm telling clearly. Now my XPath is going and picking those data, pasting it to my table. Similarly, the age also, the gender also. Okay, so before that one, can anyone tell me why I'm dropping this? Why I dropped these two tables? Why I'm mentioning drop comments here? Exactly, the tables are already available. This script already I run previously. That time tables are created. So those tables I don't want. If the tables are already existing, it's throwing an error. That's why I dropped these two tables. So I want to run the script. How can I? Go to here, open Notepad, gedit, some nested xmlsc.hql, whatever it is, enter. No, 1 second. First, I want to create a file, nested XML file. I already created cat nested XML data. Clear everything first. ls yes, XML data 2, cat XML data 2. Yes, this is my data I created previously, and now I want to see the script also. Nested XML, yes. This is my script. I created this one. So first drop two tables, create table name, load data local in path. What is the file path? Here some name is there, but what is my local file name? Nested XML file name. XML data 2. Make a clarity this point. So change here that local file name, mention whatever it is data that is. XML data 2 into table name, select statement, create table, insert override command also. Clearly everything is there. I want to run it, this one. Yeah friends, no confusion, right? Handling XML files. Close it. Now I want to run hive -f script name nested XML-sc. Enter. Yes, all queries are running one by one sequentially. Right. So clearly we are cleaning those data, converting into table format. Yes, everything is clear. Any queries? So that is the complete XML data processing. And tomorrow, yes, we are completing. We are doing some other type of data. In our, we have different types of data is there. So tomorrow we are going to learn some other data types, how to cleaning. After cleaning, what we are going to, what type of reports generally we are doing. Those concepts we are discussing tomorrow. Right? Yes, friends. That is the end of the class today.